Hey guys, Logan Battles here, and welcome to another episode of Logan Battles Football Talk, where I'll be giving some pretty long discussions about any football related subject. A football coach, player, game, schedule, you name it. For this one, we are going to be talking about the one of last night's college football games, and that is the Clemson and Auburn game. I've watched the whole game last night, and I came in watching the game knowing that Clemson is going to win this game. And after the game was over, I was not surprised when I saw that Clemson won. The thing that did surprise me, however, was the score or the score result. The game ended 14-6. Clemson won 14-6. I didn't expect this game to end with that low. I didn't expect it to be a low-scoring game. Really, I didn't. I gave out a prediction, which was Clemson 24 and Auburn 17, if I remember correctly. And this game ended up in 14-6. Clemson won by 8, I think. And yeah, it was a really good defensive game for both teams. Both teams' defenses did an outstanding job, especially Clemson's defense. I didn't look. I was honestly surprised at how much Auburn's defense has been holding Clemson's offense from scoring points. I was honestly surprised by that. I was expecting to see Clemson score 3 touchdowns and a field goal. And they didn't score a field goal, but they did score 2 touchdowns, which makes them go up in 14. So, I mean, yeah, Auburn's defense was better than I thought it was going to be. And they didn't score very much. Let's get into that. Auburn only scored 2 field goals. 2 field goals. Now, I was honestly surprised. I mean, I already mentioned how surprised I was by how this game was a low-scoring game. But the biggest surprising part about that whole game was Auburn scoring only 2 field goals, which makes them go 6 points. I didn't really expect that. As much as I didn't expect Clemson to score only 2 touchdowns, which they did. But yeah, who was the standout of the whole game? This new Clemson quarterback, Kelly Bryant. I think his first name was Kelly Bryant. I might be mistaking his first name. If I did, let me know. But anyway, he did a really good job. There was one part, I think it was after halftime, or maybe it was before halftime, where he got down with his injured knee. I think it was his knee, or maybe it was his foot. I don't exactly remember, so forgive me. But yeah, he went down with his knee, or his leg, for a matter of fact, hurt for at least before halftime started. But then he returned in the second half, and he was doing very well. There were like a couple of, in one of their drives, he had made really good, or 2 really good passes to 2 of his wide receivers or tight ends or whatever. And they were really good. I didn't expect those passes. Like, there was one play where Kelly Bryant was like, they were at the midfield, and Kelly Bryant was trying to throw what was it, a 20 pass reception to one of the Clemson receivers or tight ends, and that wide receiver slash tight end, wow, he catch it like the ball was falling right behind him, and he just catched it. Like, wow, that was mind blowing for me to watch. So yeah, that was a good play. As well as that other play that I mentioned. And that last play on one of their drives, Kelly Bryant went in like, I can't even remember. It was probably like 6-yard touchdown run or something like that. Maybe it was a dozen. Maybe it was 10. I can't. I'm sorry. I barely know what happened in the whole game, even though I watched the whole game. So bear with me. But yeah, like I said, I watched the whole game, and it was pretty good. It was a really good defensive game for both teams. Both defenses did really good job. And I didn't expect this to be a good defensive play or game. I mean, but it was. And Clemson did a really good job. Dabo Swinney obviously did a really good job at coaching his team. I mean, what else could you expect to see from Dabo Swinney at this point? But yeah, and the defensive coordinator for the Clemson Tigers, I forgot his name. His last name starts with a letter V, but Vanables. I don't know his first name though, but he also did a really good job at what was it, coordinating or coaching the defense of the defensive side of the ball for Clemson and stuff like that. Yeah, he did a really good job. Is there anybody else I'm missing? But yeah, I mean, I already mentioned before that Kelly Bryant was the standout of this game to me. Yeah. And the defense. Clemson's defense did very well. I mean, I already mentioned that, but I just felt like mentioning it again just because I wanted to. I already mentioned how good Auburn's defense was last night. They did a really good job of preventing Clemson from scoring more than 20 points. That surprised me. Gus Malzahn, freak him. He's not a good coach. I don't care what any of y'all said. I know I know he helped the Auburn Tigers having winning records and all that stuff. I totally get it, but that was about it that I have for Gus Malzahn. He's just. We'll talk. Yeah, we'll forget him for now. I'm trying to come up with things on the top of my head right now about the whole game, but basically, I don't know if this is. Auburn's defense has pretty much hold Clemson's offense on 80% of all the third downs. I'm just guessing. I'm not really sure exactly how many third downs that Auburn's defense stopped Clemson's offense at, but yeah, it was really cool, or somewhat, when Clemson won. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to come up with words on the top of my head, and they're not really coming to me. I'm trying to look up the stats as I'm talking to you right now. Okay, it's not really telling me. Yeah, but anyway, Clemson won 14-6 against Auburn. They won the rematch to last year's Clemson versus Auburn game at Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. And I was so glad because Clemson barely beats Auburn. They almost lost to the Auburn Tigers, but luckily they beat them. And they did it again in what was it, Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina. Or no, Memorable Stadium, Clemson, South Carolina. Okay, I almost forgot where Clemson is at. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure I have more to say about the whole game, but I think that's about all I could think of for now. So, yeah. So, hey, I give up. Okay. So anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on the Clemson and Auburn game that was kicked off last night. And stuff like that. I watched the whole game and I really liked it. And stuff like that. So good job, Clemson, for beating Auburn twice in a row. It was really cool to see them beat them once again. Coming from someone who's an FSU fan. Yeah. So anyway, that's about it. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and comment down below to let me know what you think. Did you think Clemson won that game, or did you think Auburn lost that game? Comment down and let me know in the comments section below of what you think of the whole game, if, of course, you have watched it. And if you enjoyed what you've seen here and you want to see future videos from me, please click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you never miss a video. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great week, Battle Squad, and as always, fight the good fight. Peace!